Alrighty, action, yeah. Coming out of the Valentine's Day. I know it's January still. The Valentine's Day Daisy May. Call it that because of the color in here. It's like inside one of those pink hearts in Valentine's Day. I sleep pretty much like this. It's hard to get it. Like my eyes are covered almost. All it pops out is my nose, and I'm all tucked in. The Daisy May, let's see if I'll pull it out. The Daisy May has a little bit of a duck odor, it is like a lower budget 650 down tech fill or whatever, and I'll just say that I've noticed it before on some of my stuff, so it's down. You're gonna notice it like goose down too. Seems to be really warm. The Daisy May is very successful at being warm. Here I don't know if it's like -4 or something. I don't know. It might be -7 Fahrenheit. Like right where the very tips of my toes press against the sleeping bag, I might feel it a little bit. But very warm. And Big Agnes to me is known for that. Like my 40 Fahrenheit Big Agnes, I just remember it was like in the Sierras around Lake Tahoe, and it dropped like 27 Fahrenheit at night. And besides underneath me, I get cold butt because I didn't have that hot of a pad. But anyway, very warm. Smells a little like duck down. If you don't like that, like maybe the sunbeam or the I don't know. That's the woman's version. The lost dog, that's the man's version. There's a yellow one that's 20. I don't know. I'm sure you've seen them if you're looking for this. It's just something like you got to really trust the gear. You get so much frost buildup and stuff from your breath and everything. Little stuff I play around with. Usually I'll throw my jacket over my face. I've got this Bears thing I've used in the past. It's probably a little bulky to bring along, but I've seen like say Danny from Superior Gear. He had some wool stuff. He had a whole wool sock he had for his hammock. You just get this challenge to layer all the extremity. So if it's like -7 outside here and you got the thing over you, you're getting a little warmer around your face, and then by the time, maybe it means a little less frost buildup, a little less freezing of the nose. But yeah, I'm in here. Like when I'm in here, I'm got my I can configure these pretty well, and they once you take a little getting used to, but once they're like right in that perfect position on your nose, so you're like breathing in and out of your nose and mouth, but even my eyes and everything are like covered. And then I've got a couple of them, one in my jacket right now and one around my neck. I mean, if they get frosty or something from my breath, I can rotate them. But that frost from the breath and everything, and that gets to be the hardest thing about this. -7 Fahrenheit, -13 Fahrenheit. People on the internet I see like Shug going way out in the far north where it's like -30. As far as the bottom goes, I mean, I get mixed bag. Like I'm on my pad. It's pretty good. With the full length, it's a 66-inch Neo Air X Lite. With the full length 72-inch X Therm pad be a better pad? It might be. I don't know. You just kind of got to play around. Because I noticed where my heels drop off the pad. Sometimes if I let that area get too far into the bottom quilt, it gets a little cold. And people are like, yeah, I've always just used a bottom quilt. Well, yeah, I mean, you could just use a bottom quilt with the hammock that's like, so if I'm at -7, I'd probably want like a -20 bottom quilt if I knew I was going to be in this weather. But a 10 Fahrenheit bottom quilt like this incubator, I don't feel like I stand much a chance. I haven't really had a chance to test the incubator that much. It's just at first when I had the incubator 10 Fahrenheit, it was really warm for winter. Now it's been just really below average cold for winter. I wouldn't trust testing a 10 Fahrenheit incubator in minus 13 Fahrenheit or something. But yeah, sure you could. I just go like my pad's always with my kit. When I'm on the Amtrak train, I'll sleep in the exhibition car like this. I'll I've got my pad to go underneath me. I feel like Western people are more pad people. I mean, as a guy from Central Illinois, we always thought the West. We like, oh, it'd be so good to see the Sierras or Olympic National Park or Hawaii. I mean, there's always a thought about East, like the Appalachian Trail and things, but East was always more like what we are. Like, yeah, we have river bluffs and rolling hills and hardwood, and maybe that gets a bit more extreme as you go out through the Ohio River Valley and up the Allegheny. But we just drove to the west, and if you look at like, I say Perry from Wilderness Innovation, he's always got these contraptions like the Beast Pad, a really thick pad he just throws on the ground and he throws it in his hammock. And you get out there and you just get into scrub brush sometimes, boulders, the trees are far apart, huge trees like 10 feet wide that you can't get a hammock strap on. You just get more and more reasons to go to the ground. And I just have my pad. I can't say that said that I'm mainly in the hammock. I've tested like ground versus hammock, especially in the winter like this. If I've got the advantage of trees, I mean, I just love the simplicity. You just hitch up one tree, the other tree, and the pad kind of gives me that leveler. Like, it straightens my back out and everything. I've had just perfect lays, no pad, just right in the hammock. Different types. I've probably got 20 or 30 hammocks, maybe more at this point. So I don't know. It just depends. The perfect hammock, the perfect combination, under quilt pad. The Superior Gear hammocks, I just can't seem to get them into the field because I thought they were going to be the win for me, and they just might be. I love that 11 footer with the but it's 30 Fahrenheit, and the insulation bed just isn't quite long enough for me. I don't get a perfect hang all the time. I'm kind of sloppy, and it's nighttime, dead of night where I am. Lots of times I'm hanging up. So I guess with the Superior Gear hammocks, I feel like my insulation bed could just be a little longer. I think they make a 6'6" bed, and I've got this made at, which to me would be, well, I mean, you can see I have a lot of insulation bed past my feet here on this one. But even at that, like, you get the insulation bed at the hammock where it first starts. It's not that well insulated. The insulation, hard to explain, but I haven't, the lightest, simplest combination is probably the Superior Gear hammock. But I just, there's other things I've learned that a lot of people warn me with bottom quilts. Like, well, you can tug it where you want it, or you can pull it up over your shoulders, and I don't mind that. I think ultimately the Superior Gear and the deep cold like this would be the way to go, though, because you eliminate those rubber shot, elastic shock cords and different things, and Superior Gear or whoever would make you an actual minus 20 or minus 40 if you're going to be out like this all the time. Like you get north, like Wisconsin, Minnesota here, Canada, you're getting into, this is a run of the mill right here at -7, But yeah, just a little hammock talk. I'm loving this V40 phone. I'm filming with the other one just dies. You talk for like 1 minute and the phone is dead and the video is all corrupt here. I can't believe how good it's going. I just take this phone along as pretty much a backup phone since people want to steal my phone in St. Cloud, Minnesota. So guess I'll have a whole nother phone I can activate when some thief steals my phone from the train station. No offense, Mr. Herbert. You can mail me my microchip with all my beautiful pictures someday. Or put them out there. Put them out there and see what happens. I don't know. Maybe it'd be weird to just have all your, I mean, people like protective of their data. Like, It's art, Send those photos out. Maybe someday I'll see it again. Oh, wait a minute, that was my photo. Oh, yeah, that's won an award. That'd be really the coolest thing. But anyway, I'm going on a rant, I think, about people who. So many times I've been in a bus station or train station, just the side noise, a police officer's filling out a report and somebody telling how their phone was stolen, and finally it happened to me at St. Cloud, Minnesota. Give a hoot. I should have gone with Cat. I call her Cat. I didn't know Cat. Ow, Cat. She came up to me at the station in St. Paul, where I was waiting to catch the St. Cloud train. She's like, telling me she's going to play trivia with her friends. She's like, come along. I know we don't, notice each. She's like, you military or what? I get my black backpack. It's so cool to meet somebody outgoing like that and everything. I was just a bit leery. I already had my train ticket to St. Cloud. I was trying to get my backpack from this fella I know in Big Timber. I don't know. And then it's 4 a.m. You're waiting at the train station. Your phone gets stolen. I should have gone with Kat to trivia night. She's like, yeah, I got a yellow jumpsuit, you see? Like, oh, yeah, you do got it. Yeah, She's, yeah, I know it's a little weird. I'm like, hey, looks fine. All these stories and these different people you meet. I'm just like, and just for weird random reasons, like, I couldn't watch the fireworks with my friend in Green Bay, so I'm like, I'm just leaving. I can't watch the fireworks. I don't want to be alone. I'm just going to try and see if I could get to the far west, like Whitefish, Montana or whatever. Great place for the fireworks. Train tickets were just too high. I made it as far as St. Paul, and I was like, well, I still got to get that backpack that's been at Rogers forever. And I try to get that backpack, and then my phone gets stolen. I'm like, I'm just going to Duluth where it's safe. It just, I don't know. I'm ranting. Time's going. Like telling stories at night. I'm just fortunate. I mean, I grew up good. I mean, like, I've got good family and friends, and I'm safe, and I see a lot of people out there. Wish everybody a good time here in the Daisy May. Yeah, doing all right. I'm feeling fine. I don't normally like really hike in this cold of conditions, so I just I've always got my pad with me, so I want to see with my hiking pad underneath me, the Daisy May, and the this would be my winter kit, the incubator. I'd probably just squish it down and carry it on the outside of my backpack in a dry sack with some. I don't know. It's all good. It seems pretty good. If I had to go to the ground in an extreme condition, I don't know if I wouldn't have the Neo Air X Therm, the warmer one that I got in Granny's house. I love how the X-Lite fits, but if it was that cold of environment I was going into, and then I'd have the Daisy May, and then I'd have this as extra insulation, I'd probably still need to improvise something like some cardboard or something underneath me. Like, I don't know what I'd do. I always think that survival stuff, isn't it fun? But yeah, in reality, things can turn quick. Even here in Illinois, I mean, you can get minus 20 Fahrenheit. It's not hard to do. Definitely minus 13, 15 Fahrenheit any day. Then all of a sudden it's like 45 degrees and sunny and everything's melting. I don't know. It's weird winter.